If your company's AI strategy defaults to just OpenAI, you're losing your buying leverage by an hour. For the last 3 years, treating ChatGPT as the permanent infrastructure of the internet was a safe bet. It was the default choice for every enterprise leader. But new spending data just proved that the OpenAI default mindset is dead. The May 2026 RAMP AI Index, tracking real transactions data across more than 50,000 US companies, just dropped the bomb. For the first time ever, Anthropic has overtaken OpenAI in business adoption. As of April, 34.4% of the businesses RAMP tracks are paying for Claude, while OpenAI has slipped to 32.3%. Think about that. 1 year ago, Anthropic had a single-digit enterprise footprint. Now they are leading the market. If you are an executive executing an AI strategy right now, this isn't just a change in leaderboards. It's a total reordering of how you manage risk, vendor negotiation, and architecture. Today, I'm breaking down the exact multimodal playbook you need to adopt before your competitors do. Let's look at the velocity here. Traditional software moves like a glacier. Once a vendor wins enterprise procurement, they stay there for a decade. But look at this trend line. May 2025, Anthropic was sitting at a meager 9% adoption. May 2026, they have quadrupled, penetrating over a third of the US businesses which RAMP tracks. This hypergrowth isn't happening in casual consumer markets. The RAMP data shows this explosion is concentrated in high-stakes sectors, finance, technology, and professional services. Why? Because enterprise buyers aren't shopping for brands anymore. They are shopping for specific utility. Anthropic's massive expansion was supercharged by engineering teams migrating wholesale to tools like Claude Code and agentic workflows that demanded deep reasoning and bulletproof content compliance. The era of a single LLM monopoly is officially over. The market is fluid. Vendor stickiness is at all-time low. And the buyers who realize this first are the ones who get to dictate the terms. So what happens if you ignore this data and keep all your enterprise eggs in one basket? You lose your 3 biggest assets: pricing power, roadmap influence, and architectural stability. When you rely entirely on one frontier lab, you are at the mercy of their capacity constraints, sudden pricing changes, or shifting safety postures. Just look at the recent volatility in this space. Outages, rate limits, unannounced token cost restructures can completely wreck a production system's margins overnight. If you don't have a governed mechanism for deciding how that traffic routes by cost, by safety, by compliance, you're not running an enterprise AI strategy. You're running a gamble. This is exactly why we built Adapt at Centigen. Adapt isn't another model. It isn't another gateway. It's a decision control layer, the thing that sits above your architecture and governs the AI bets you make before you commit a pound or a single line of code to any of them. Because here is what routing conversation always skips. Multimodal routing sounds like an engineering problem. It isn't. Wiring up 3 providers is the easy part. Any competent team can do that in a sprint. The hard part is the policy underneath it. Which workloads count as high risk and compliance heavy? Which ones are safe to push to the cheapest model? Who signed off on that classification. And when a provider changes its safety posture overnight, who has the authority to pull the workload and against what criteria? Those aren't technical questions, they are governance decisions. And in most enterprises right now, nobody owns them. They live in someone's head or a Slack thread or nowhere at all. Adapt is where those decisions get made, recorded and governed. It runs your leadership team through a structured process, which use cases you pursue, the risk constraints they run under, the kill criteria, the sign-off gates, and produces the policy your architecture actually enforces. The router moves the traffic. Adapt decides where the traffic is allowed to go and hands you the audit trail when a regulator or a board member asks why. On the build side at Centigen, we treat the model as exactly what it is, a raw commodity engine. We build front-to-back automation as a vendor-agnostic layer. So it doesn't matter who wins the arms race next month. If Anthropic leads today on coding agents, you tap Cloud. If OpenAI ships a step change multimodal next quarter, you consume it without rewriting your core logic. But the architecture is the easy half. The half that protects the executive, the half that survives when the models churn, the frameworks churn, and the vendors churn, is the governed decision process sitting on top of it. The model is a commodity. The orchestration is replaceable. The decisions are the assets. That's the layer Adapt owns. Stop treating foundation models like permanent infrastructure. Treat them like cloud compute utilities. The ramp data is a wake-up call for the entire C-suite. The enterprise AI landscape is moving too fast for rigid single vendor strategies. If you want the full breakdown of how we use Adapt to govern AI decisions and how we build the vendor agnostic systems underneath the Centigen, drop a comment below or check the link in the description. Don't get locked out of your own leverage. Build for agility, and I'll see you in the next one.